A veteran who served with pride.
You're not a citizen. Are you an American?
I feel that I am.
Now faces deportation by the very country he fought to protect.
This isn't right. Absolutely, this isn't right.
Tonight, in a KGW investigation, how a Portland soldier's dark past came back to haunt him, and now how he's fighting back.
He's as American as you, me, any of these gentlemen sitting here with us.
KGW News at 6 starts now. We begin tonight with a KGW investigation. A soldier who put his life on the line for his country now faces deportation.
Chong Kim came to the U.S. legally with his family and became a legal permanent resident. He was 5 when they packed up and left South Korea and moved here to Portland. It is the only home he's ever known, but now his criminal record has come back to haunt him. Tonight, he is in ICE custody in Tacoma.
KGW investigative reporter Kylie Boshi sat down with Chong Kim for his very first on-camera interview, and tonight he shares Kim's story with us and the story of the men who fought beside him.
Specialist Chong Kim put his life on the line in order to protect and serve this nation. He enlisted in the Oregon Army National Guard and deployed to Iraq.
Well, I felt somewhat like as an able-bodied man, living in America during a time of war, that it was kind of my duty to do so.
Today, Specialist Kim finds himself wearing a different kind of uniform. The 42-year-old is a detainee at the Immigration Detention Center in Tacoma. This United States military veteran is facing possible deportation to his native South Korea because of his past criminal record.
You're not a citizen. Are you an American?
I feel that I am, deep down inside. I mean, not just from the fact that I've grown up here, but, I have a strong patriotic sense and obviously a sense of duty.
Chong Kim was legally admitted to the U.S. in 1981, along with his parents. He grew up in Portland and went to Park Rose High School.
I never really felt like I was like a second-class citizen. All the same rights and privileges were open to me that were available to American citizens, except for the fact that maybe I couldn't vote, but I was never really politically active anyway.
Kim joined the military in 2005 and deployed to Iraq 4 years later. He led convoys driving a military vehicle called an MRAP. After receiving a general discharge in 2010, Kim admits he fell on hard times. He became addicted to methamphetamine. In 2013, he was convicted of burglary. 3 years later, he got in trouble again, arrested for arson. Kim admits his 2016 felony conviction was a turning point.
Because of that case, I was able to get the help that I needed.
As part of his sentence, Kim got treatment for his drug addiction. He landed a job at the Veterans Administration. Kim was clean and sober. He'd turned his life around when unexpectedly he got a call in April from an immigration officer. Based on those 2 old cases and the fact he'd never gotten his citizenship, records show Specialist Chong Kim would face deportation.
When ICE puts out a press release that talks about how they're deporting a criminal felon, right? I mean, that's who we're talking about, right? Is we're talking about Chong, right?
The deportation of veterans is nothing new. According to a recent report, hundreds of lawful permanent residents who honorably serve this country have been deported.
This isn't right. Absolutely, this isn't right.
Those who served alongside Specialist Kim argue no one should doubt his dedication. He is a proud American.
Because it's not right to have a veteran deployed and then come back and be like, you're not good enough.
This isn't an appropriate repayment for what he's done.
In a statement, an ICE spokesperson said ICE respects the service and sacrifice of those in military service and is very deliberate in its review of cases involving U.S. military veterans. Kim, who's been locked up in Tacoma since April, is fighting the government's efforts to deport him. If he's forced to leave, he'll be sent to a country he left at 5 years old. He doesn't speak the language, has no job, and no place to live.
He's never known any other country. This is his country. He's as American as you, me, any of these gentlemen sitting here with us.
And I honestly think with him in particular, being an American meant something. It wasn't just an entitlement.
In the military, no soldier is left behind, but this veteran is facing deportation.
Yes, it's kind of, overwhelming, you think about it.
Specialist Kim fought for this country. Now this country is fighting to have him removed.
And here's some irony for you. Most deported veterans can return to the United States once they're dead. As veterans, they're entitled to burial in a national cemetery and a military funeral. In other words, they're honored as Americans in death despite being banished during their life.
That is ironic. Well, it certainly raises eyebrows, the timing of this. Is there any indication that Chong Kim's arrest has anything to do with the Trump administration's crackdown on immigration?
And that we don't know. We asked ICE. They can't comment on the specifics, including the timing of his arrest. It is important to note, though, this has been going on for some time. The deportation of veterans, it occurred even during the Obama administration.
Okay, so then what's next? What's the timeline,
Right.
Mr. Chong?
Well, it really is a waiting game. He's got 2 appeals going. One of them deals specifically with his deportation based on that 2016 arrest. He's also appealing whether he can be free, whether he can be released while he's fighting the government. But he's just got to wait.
And wait.
Long wait. Thank you, Kyle.
Well, Kyle and the investigative team get a lot of their ideas from you. If you have something you'd like them to check out, just email investigators@kgw.com or give them a call at the number on your screen.